So what people generally do is they get enrolled into some coaching, be it online or offline. They go deep dive into these subjects, just start reading. They don't
Right.
know what they're preparing for. So UPSC syllabus is a must. You have to be so thorough with the syllabus that if I ask you to write a 250 word answer on that, you must be able to do that. So I would say UPSC syllabus and the PYQs, which is previous year questions, are the two most important guiding light in this preparation. The common mistake I find here is people running behind books. Okay, geography, they have five different books. For polity, they have five different books. Why? It's not required. Major reason for scoring low is not able to recollect the content they have read. And what is the solution? Revision. Okay, revision is the only solution. There are two: timetable. You need to have a proper timetable. Not making timetable, just going with the flow is not a good idea at all. You will just waste time and you will not even know how did an year pass by. I know social media, the world out is very enticing. You feel like just scrolling through those reels. The problem with reels is that your attention span is going to reduce and you will not even know. You might plan on spending just 5 minutes on reels and you will not know how did the 3 hours go. I have literally exploited internet, I would say, because there are multiple micro themes. Like majority of my micro themes I have referred to internet. Don't run behind books and all, because it was not possible. Keep focusing on improvement. Your last answer should never be the same as your first answer. You need to always keep on improving. Okay.
So, hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. So, we have a very special guest with us, Sri Lakshmi, whose journey is truly inspiring for all of us. She attempted the UPSC exam 4 times. All like you must have gone through her videos as well. Civil study के YouTube पे है. So initially, unfortunately, she couldn't clear the prelims in her first 3 attempts. But instead of giving up, she took a step back, understood her mistakes, and made some important changes in her preparation. As a result, in her fourth attempt, she cleared all the stages in one go and made it to the final list. So today we have a question and answer session with her, where she'll share her experiences and a common mistakes to avoid in your UPSC preparation. This session will help you to understand how to prepare smartly and stay on the right track. So, broadly, we are going to discuss 3 topics today. First one is avoid common mistakes. Second one is we have to analyze past trends. And third one is basically balancing testing and execution. So, let's welcome Sri Lakshmi and get started.
Thank
Uh,
you, man. Hello,
yeah.
everyone. Good evening.
Okay, so my first question is, what are some common errors that individuals preparing for prelims examination might make? Some individuals do not qualify to the prelims, despite having a strong hold in their subject, or like a specific subject. Still, they're not able to qualify exams. And again, like, should we attempt maximum number of tests, or will it be beneficial for us?
All right. It's a long question. Let me just
Yeah.
break it down.
Yeah.
Uh, so first is the
Common mistakes,
mistakes
basically. Yeah.
we generally do, right? So let me go stage wise.
Yeah.
So as an aspirant, what's the first thing we go through? UPSC syllabus. The first mistake is not going through the UPSC syllabus. So what people generally do is they get enrolled into some coaching, be it online or offline. They go deep dive into these subjects, just start reading. They don't
Right.
know what they're preparing for. So UPSC syllabus is a must. You have to be so thorough with the syllabus that if I ask you to write a 250 word answer on that, you must be able to do that very well. Okay. So each and every point in the UPSC syllabus, be it prelims or mains, you have to be thorough with it. Second is PYQs. So I would say UPSC syllabus and the PYQs, which is previous year questions, are the two most important guiding light in this preparation. That is something that will actually put you in the right path, right? So once you're done going through the syllabus, you need to pick up your previous year questions, take up for each subject. Okay, there are like subject wise PYQs available in the market. You can take up any book, go through the PYQs even before starting to read a book on that particular subject, I would say. When you do this, you will know what kind of questions are coming, what kind of topics are coming, so that you will be accustomed to that particular subject. When you're reading the reading the subject, you will know which chapter is more important, which topic is more important. These are the two things that you must do, and not doing this is your first mistake. Going to your stage 2. Stage 2 is study resource. So once you're done with this, you move on to your books. So two categories, static portion and the current affair portion. In the static portion, you must refer to only one source. The common mistake I find here is people running behind books. Okay, geography, they have five different books. For polity, they have five different books. Why? It's not required. All right. The source that you're referring to must be enough to answer a question on that particular topic. That's it. It could be one source, max to max two. That's it. All right. This was for the static. So just remember this rule, one standard book for each subject. That's it. All right. Second is current affairs. Current affairs, you can go through your newspapers. Everyday newspaper reading is a very good habit. Go through it. Don't spend 5 to 4, 4 5 hours on it. That is the initial mistake I generally see. Just understand. So once you go through the syllabus, that's the importance of syllabus as well. Once you go through the syllabus, you will know which topics of the newspaper is important. Okay. So that is done. Just take 1 to 2 hours to do that. Next is you can refer to monthly magazines as well. Okay. Any one monthly magazine. Don't go and read 2 to 3 coaching institutes monthly mag, not required at all. Just pick up one, any one, reliable one, take it up and read it. That's it. You can do that. Or the annual magazine that comes up like PT 365, you can do that as well. Okay. Never prepare notes for these things. If you want, you can, prepare pointers for prelims and the examples. I'll tell you how to utilize the content of the current affairs and add it to your notes. I'll tell you that, but don't prepare notes from your newspaper. You're not going to touch it. I have done that mistake. That's why I'm telling it to you. I've done, I consistently for one whole year, I have made notes. I have not even referred to it. It's still, there somewhere in my cupboard. I need to throw it. It's that. Okay.
That's
That is
not
your
the
stage
only,
two.
that's not the only
Correct.
source for current affairs, right? We have to cover current affairs from other sources as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
If we
So,
focus only on one newspaper, then there's no point. Yeah.
right. That is your stage two. That is resources. Coming to stage three, not doing micro theme based preparation. Okay. Now, what is micro theme? If you might have gone through my previous videos on Civil Daily, you might be well aware of about it. Micro themes are high priority areas that would come in the examination. Okay. How do you identify them? The first stage, I talked about PYQ analysis, right? Now, when you're doing PYQ analysis, you will come across different, even in that particular subject, you will come across different topics, which are the most repeated themes. For example, if you go through the GS2 polity, for example, you will see that local self-government is a very highly repeated theme. Multiple questions have come across the years, right? So local self-government is important, judiciary is important, but simultaneously you will also find that not many questions have come from the later sections of Lakshmikant, for example, elections. Not much questions have come from there, or the voting behavior and all of that. So you can actually tend to ignore those topics and give more priority, give more time to the topics which are repeatedly asked. So this is what I meant by micro theme based preparation. Another one is trend analysis. You must also know which topics are more important than others. So this is again trend analysis. How do you get this? After referring to your PYQs. Okay, this is stage number 3. Now let's move on to stage number 4, note making. Common mistake, it's either not making notes at all or making bulky notes. Okay, not making notes is also not preferred, and making bulky notes are also not preferred. What do you have to do? You have to prepare one-pager notes for each micro theme. So once you identify the micro themes, make a list of it, make a one-pager notes of it. All right. Current affair, I've also already told you not to prepare notes from the newspapers. All right. Stage number 5, which is revision. Not doing revision on time is a disaster because you will not be able to recollect things. So I've come across a lot of students saying that, ma'am, I've given test, but I was not able to remember anything. I'm scoring low. So major reason for scoring low is not able to recollect the content they have read. And what is the solution? Revision. Okay, revision is the only solution. Now, how do you do revision? There is one thing that whatever you have studied the previous day, the next day morning, before starting the day's targets, you can take 1 hour out and just go through whatever you have read the previous day. This is one method. Second method is bi-weekly plan, as in you can take in 1 week or 2 weeks time, you can take 3 days out just for revision. Okay, so such plans can be prepared for revision. Now, next, stage 6 is not practicing enough test. You have done everything, you have read the content, you have you have completed everything, note making and all of that, but you have not practiced enough. As in the test for prelims, it is the PYQ, the MCQ practice, and for mains, it is the answer writing practice. If you have not done this, then there is no point, because in the end, what matters is the marks. And if you don't know how to put down what the content you have read on a piece of paper, then it's of no use. Okay, so not practicing enough test. Stage number 7, maintaining consistency. Very, very important. In these, there are two timetable. You need to have a proper timetable. Not making timetable, just going with the flow is not a good idea at all. You will just waste time and you will not even know how did an year pass by. Okay. Second is social media distractions. Never do that. Never fall into such kind of traps. I know social media, the world out is very enticing. You feel like just scrolling through those reels. The problem with reels is that your attention span is going to reduce and you will not even know. You might plan on spending just 5 minutes on reels and you will not know how did the 3 hours go. Okay. So social media distraction, just deactivate your accounts or just delete the app from the phone. That's it. I have deleted, I've not used Instagram or Facebook for almost 3-4 years. Like during my entire preparation, I had not used. Okay. So whenever, just during the occasions, I used to just install the app and just go through, and that's it. Just for 1 hour of break from my studies, and that's it. Okay. Next is stage 8, which is overall maintaining a study group. So you can do self-study. That's the best thing if you can do it. But if you have an issue of maintaining consistency, you're not able to feel the level of competition you want to feel. If you want to have that, just make a group of 2 to 3 people maximum, not more than that. All right, don't have like a huge group. Then chai pe charcha wala wo sab nahi chahiye idhar. Okay, so maintain a very concise, very serious study group, and that's it. You will be done. So don't commit these mistakes.